Citra is gone, but that didn't stop the emulation scene. Meet Azahar, built from Lime 3DS and Pablo MK7's Citra fork. This new emulator is bringing 3DS gaming back to life. It's faster, better, and packed with new features. But how was it made? And is it truly the future of 3DS emulation? In this video, we'll show you how to try the Azahar emulator on Android, the latest Nintendo 3DS emulator for your smartphone. Let's dive into the story of Azahar and see what makes it a game changer. Azahar emulator is the latest contender in the 3DS emulation scene, built from Citra and Lime 3DS. This open-source project promises better performance, improved compatibility, and exciting new features. But here's the reality: it's still in development, with no official release yet. So, what sets Azahar apart? If it lives up to expectations, we could see smoother gameplay, enhanced graphics, and features that even Citra didn't have. Let's break it down and see what Azahar has to offer. First, download the Azahar Emulator APK from GitHub. Keep in mind, this is not a stable release, it's still experimental. Once downloaded, install the APK file. You'll be greeted with a welcome screen similar to Citra and Lime 3DS. Since Azahar is built from their source code, click Get Started and grant the necessary permissions, such as notifications, microphone, and camera access. Next, select a folder where the emulator will store its data. Then locate the folder where you've stored your Nintendo 3DS games. Disclaimer: the emulator itself is legal, but downloading ROMs illegally is not. I do not support or provide access to pirated games. Please use legal game copies. With that, our primary setup is complete. Before testing games, let's tweak the settings for optimal performance. Tap the three dots in the bottom right corner and go to General Settings. The very basic setting set limit is stepped at 200. In the system settings, everything is fine. They have newly added the LLE modules, which are needed for online games. Adjust region, language, and clock settings as needed. In the graphics settings, set Graphics API to Open or Vulkan. Enable the asynchronous shaders option. In Azahar, you can set the resolution up to 10x, which is 4K, but I prefer to use the native display resolution if your device is not strong enough. Texture filtering offers a few filters that will change the video quality. In the layout option, you can set the screen layout for landscape or portrait mode. I prefer to use the original one. This version gives more freedom to customize the layout. In the debug section, you can modify settings for extra performance, but be cautious, tweaks might cause crashes. If anything goes wrong, reset settings to default. Azahar emulator added Artic Base, a tool that enables real-time game streaming from a Nintendo 3DS to a compatible Azahar emulator without requiring a full ROM dump. This means you can play your physical or digital 3DS games on the emulator without extracting game files manually. If you're using a Snapdragon device, install custom GPU drivers for better performance. If your device isn't Snapdragon, skip this step. Once your game files are ready, go back to the main screen. Your games will appear in the library. Just tap to launch any game, and you're ready to play. On the sidebar, you'll find save states for quick progress saving, overlay settings to display FPS, layout editing to customize controls, screen modes to switch between portrait, landscape, and hybrid layouts, and cheats that you can enable or disable as needed. The gaming experience on Azahar emulator is phenomenal. You might even prefer it over a physical Nintendo 3DS. If you have any questions, join our Discord server for community support. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Take care.